What's up, guys? It's Chris here, coming at you with another Spiders video. It's gonna be a little different today. Not gonna see my face. I just really wanted to get this out there and talk about the team, man. We're 3-0. It's been a really fun season so far. A lot of things I kind of saw coming, and some things didn't. Some surprises as well. And I just kind of want to break that all down with you guys and see kind of what you guys thought. Are you guys as excited about the Spiders as I am? I know a lot of people that follow me weren't as caught up on Richmond, when I first started talking about them. But, now people are starting to recognize this team really has a bunch of talented players. I mean, if you look at this starting five, these are all players that have proven to be, very skilled and talented players at the college level. All these guys have done big things at the college level. The whole entire starting five. That's excellent. And, I know there's other teams, out there that are playing well in the conference, but if you really look at the Spiders, man, this is something special. The ability they've shown to put up 90 points in 3 straight games, fighting, these overtime victories, really showing some grit and just some experience, never quitting. The plays that are being made, really smart plays from all the guys. It's really been great to see, and the competition's been good too. We had a big blowout win, but the other 2 games were against really good teams. But for a little bit here, I kind of want to break down, why this may be happening. Why are the Spiders starting out so hot? And some people didn't see this coming. Outside the obvious answer, Jacob's play, who I believe Jacob is the MVP of this team right now. But there's a lot of reason. All these guys in the lineup and on the floor are really producing. So let's kind of talk about these guys and maybe some of the people that weren't playing on the team last year. First, let's talk about Nick. Nick was on the Spiders, last year, but he was able to get a medical red shirt. He injured his ACL, and he's a guy that, from the outside looking in, I'm sure people weren't too sure what he was going to be able to bring coming off an injury. Those that know him as a scorer and a shooter. Now we've seen him on the floor. We see that, he's the same old Nick, and if anything, he's a lot better than he used to be. I think he's really benefiting from the added talent out there on the floor with him. The guys that can make plays for him, and he's able to find some good looks, and he's a deadly shooter. Just pinpoint accuracy. I think he's shooting 42% from the 3-point line right now. Goodness, guys, that was an extreme under exaggeration. Nick right now is shooting 53% from 3, which obviously that's incredible on 9 attempts per game. It's early in the season, but just it's still representation of just he is shooting the lights out right now. But even in his the other years he's always been a shooter, close to 40%. So Nick is just a knockdown shooter, and I think he's going to continue to have great scoring numbers this year on this Spiders roster, because a lot of times teams when Grant would get the ball, they'd really like in the post, teams would like to help off of that when they could. They can't do that this year with the players that the Spiders have on the floor. Same thing, keying in on any of our guards, Jacob, Blake, there's just too much around, too many playmakers. It's going to be tough to stop these guys. Blake, he's been a big time scorer. He's done his college. I think he went to Wagner, and he had a really great year his last time there. But now he's playing with more talent than he has, and he's a tough guy to stop. You're seeing teams. This guy can get to the basket. He can shoot over guys in zones. He's a big time scorer too, and a deadly shooter. Blake is the attacker. He's the guy that's really driving strong, getting to the basket, trying to create action and force the defense to commit to what he's about to do. And then Jacob is just making plays out there for everybody. He's more of the Steve Nash kind of playmaker. He's out there, he's driving, he's making plays everywhere for either himself or his teammates. And it doesn't matter what decision you make, it can be the wrong decision, because Jacob can make the right play and just find somebody that you didn't even think was open. He has an amazing knack for driving baseline and just finding a guy either out in the perimeter or finding Grant on a roll. He just never seems to find himself trapped. He can always seem to make a play out of anything. When you add all the skill sets I'm talking about with these players, and we haven't even talked about Grant too much. Again, this is a guy that needs to be doubled in the post. If he gets on the block there, he's going to score. And you can't help off of these guys. It's going to be dangerous as this team continues to get better. The best is still yet to be seen. I think the guys off the bench got some good experience this past game, but I think they're going to continue to play better too. Really, the sky is the limit. I'm super excited about this Spiders team. I think they should be, and anyone else that's a fan of theirs should be super excited about what they can be. And this is no puff and smoke. They can be really, really good this year. Just going to continue to improve and, build upon each game. But they're going to be able to give any team, any given night, all they can handle. And again, there's going to be tough nights, tough stretches. It's not going to all be perfect. This is a sports season. There's ups and downs. But the talent on the floor, it's there, and it's really good. And I think that people might not be as caught up on that because, again, Shiraz coming back from injury. Blake Francis people hadn't seen him before, but he's already proven things in college, and now he's playing with much more talent. Jacob and Grant have proven to be, extremely high-level college basketball players. Now they have even, better players around them. And Jacob has been getting better every single year of his basketball career. Every single year he gets better. And we're seeing that now. He's averaging over 20 points a game right now. 6-7 assists. His steals just continue to go up. And again, this is 3-game sample, but still, he is building upon everything he's ever done, as a basketball player. It's all coming together. He's had to, lead teams scoring wise. He's been the playmaker. He's been on teams where there was guys that were, more talented scorers or players that needed the ball, more to get their scoring. He's fit into all these situations because of the player that he is. And I really do think he's going to be the big reason this all works and allows this talent to flourish. Because again, he can make plays for really all the other starters. He makes them look good in different spots and spots that they're comfortable scoring in. So it's really going to be a beautiful thing. I'm super excited about this team and what they could do. They got a game on Friday. I will be in the house for that game at Richmond. And I think they got a game against Wisconsin coming up too. So just real great stuff from the Spiders. Hopefully they can keep it going. But I'm proud of those guys. They really worked this off season. I know they're continuing to keep their bodies right during the season too. So it's all good stuff. And thank you guys for watching this. If you're a Spiders fan, like this video and definitely subscribe. I'll have a video about each and every Spiders game this season. I didn't talk too much about yesterday's game. I'll kind of do that now, but that team, we really blitzed them early. They really seemed helpless for most of that game. Shout out to us just blitzing them like that and just keeping it on them. It was a great time to get some of the guys on the bench some experience and get some minutes and get them in the rhythm and get them rolling, because that's coming too. That's an underbelly of all this. The bench, there was a lineup out there with the 5 bench guys. I mean, those guys can bring things to the game. Each and every one of those guys can bring things to the game, and as they get comfortable, playing more minutes, we're going to start to see that. We're going to see some big games, some big moments from those guys, because that's basketball. The bench and the role players, they step up any given night. We've already seen Gus step up, hit a big free throw, and I think he in both the overtime games he had to come in and play some good defense down the stretch. So again, it's going to be someone different each and every night. So I'm excited for it. Again, like this, and I'll see you guys on Friday with another video. All right.